Welcome everyone to Deck Bros, a channel dedicated to the Steam Deck. In this series, we'll be testing just about every game that we have in our Steam library from A to Z, showing off our recommended settings to give you the best experience and answer the question, will it deck? Next up, we have Batman Arkham Origins. This is a game that takes you back before the Arkham Asylum game. So it technically is a third game in the series, but it is the one that takes place before Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, as well as Arkham Knight. So we're going to go ahead and hop into that, show you guys how it runs at 40 frames, and then also jump into how it runs at 60 frames, and then give you my thoughts and what I feel as far as the game and if it can indeed deck. Let's hop into the quick settings first to show you what the game is running on the Steam Deck and how things are set up here. So I have it at 40 frames right here. I don't have anything else on. Actually, let's go ahead and add that just to make things a little bit sharper for me. I'm running this through a capture card and put up to my PC monitor. So of course that explains why it looks a little bit different. On your Steam Deck, if you're playing this in handheld mode, you're going to really have no issues with it as far as the looks. Of course, it just looks blown up on my end, but I promise you it looks fine playing on the Steam Deck natively. Visual settings here, the graphic settings. In this game, you can go ahead and change the graphic settings here. In Arkham City and Arkham Asylum, they wouldn't allow you to do that unless you did that before in the other settings. But here, you have everything that you need here. I have anti-aliasing maxed out, of course, at high. They will not let you run the game at 1280 by 800 for some reason, but of course, everything else still looks fine. Nothing too much, to really explain or really go over that much. These settings you can adjust and add to your liking, whichever you feel is best for you. Now, without further ado, let's hop into some gameplay and see how this game really runs. I think that this game probably out of the entire series, this is probably one of my favorites out of this one. I would say this one and Arkham Knight are my favorites in here. Arkham City was really dope. I loved Arkham City, but I think that this one and Arkham Knight took the cake for me as far as the best game. I just love the way that, of course, this game takes you back in the game and lets you know what Batman was like and all the other villains were like before the Arkham Asylum game. And it shows you a Batman who is very much new to his job, and I kind of like that. I dig that. I'm not really big on prequels too much, but this game, the way that they did it, the graphics and everything like that, just did it did much better with me than the other games, I would say, to be honest. It's like we're gonna fight, maybe not. So as you can see, you see the GPU running at 45, around the mid 40s, 62 degrees Celsius. Your CPU looking at around the high 20s, about the 30% mark at 63 degrees Celsius. Not too much strain being put on it.
I don't want to hurt you, but you need to stay out of my way.
This game runs really well.
Listen, I'm on your side.
Maybe not. Well, here we go. Our first look at some combat. I will say that this game is a little bit more challenging than the other games in the series, for sure. I'm not to brag, but I'm not bad at these games at all, but this game will test you. It's a little bit different like the other games. Before, you would start a combo, and then if another person walked up on you, it would automatically, of course, if you tapped Y or whatever the button press was, it would go ahead and go into the automatic animation to, complete the actual move that you're trying to do to disarm them. In this game, sometimes they'll come at you one after another, and the timing will have to be correct, or you will get slapped all day long.
Sorry for hacking into your comms, but I need a favor. Some evidence crates have gone missing. Army-grade stuff, and no one here is doing anything about it. So I'm sending you their GPS location information.
It looks pretty good, especially when you're flying through the city.
It'll fry their circuits and render the
This game does take place, I believe, during the Christmas holiday. Christmas Eve, I believe. And Christmas is when this game takes place. Of course, as you can see, the snow. It really, really does play and look really awesome. Let's drop the pellet. There we go. You can oppose it. What are you gonna do, Bruce? All right, now let's look at the game running at 60 frames. I have the settings here, the quick settings. Pretty much the only thing that's changed was the refresh rate. I bumped it up to 60. Let's check out the actual graphic settings. Also the same. It looks quite the same, but it runs a lot smoother, of course, as you can tell.
Around in the sewers.
Look at this guy. Should we break their party up?
Could be worse. At least he sent an expert martial artist.
I think we should. Let's take out the martial artist dude. Yeah, let's do that. Ah. He was like, nah, we're not gonna do that, dude. You're not gonna just go ahead and counter me. One thing I also like is how the game changes the camera angles. I really enjoy that part of the game as well. It makes it more of a challenge in a way, you know? There we go. And as you can see, still 60. Running really good. Come on, bats. Ah. Too late. That being said, if you did like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to follow us on this journey as we go through our Steam library, please feel free to subscribe as well. We like to do these videos because we believe that any one of these games that we may show could be someone's favorite game. And we would like to offer the chance to show people what their potentially favorite game looks like running on the Steam Deck. That being said, I will leave you with a little bit of gameplay here while I go through and figure out what I need to figure out here. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace, everybody.